Hi judgers! Welcome to another segment of Juan R. Liwag Memorial High School Senior High School Math TV. And for today's video lesson, we will transform an equation of the parabola from general form to standard form. But before we discuss the transformation from general to standard, we have to know that when an equation is given in terms of x squared and y squared, unlike circles, that in circles, both equation or both variable are being squared, in parabola, only one variable is being squared. If you are given x squared, therefore, that is the variable that you will be completing. If you are given y squared, that is the only variable that you will be completing. Okay, so that is one unique characteristic of parabola. Only one variable is being squared. Therefore, we will be only squaring what? Or we will be only completing one variable. Okay, so in order for us to transform the equation of the parabola from one form to the other, we have to recall its general and standard form. So we have two general form for the parabola and also two general form and two standard form for the parabola. So for the general form, we are given x squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0, where d is the coefficient of x, where e is the coefficient of y, where f is the constant. Okay, and we're also given y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. So we divide this by 2. Why? Because as I've said earlier, only one variable is being squared in the parabola. If we have here x squared, therefore that is the only variable that we are going to complete. We are given x squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. And then, gather all y's to the other side. Okay? And for the standard form, so if the parabola is opening up or down, the standard form is given by x minus h quantity squared is equal to 4c times the quantity y minus k. So we will know the opening of the parabola using the sign of the right side. So if the parabola is opening to the left or to the right, so the equation is given by y minus k quantity squared is equal to 4c times x minus h. And in order for us to know if this is going left or going right, therefore, we will be needing the sign of the right side. So that is how we write the equation of the parabola in general and standard. So we're now ready to transform. Again, if we are given x squared, therefore we will only be completing the variables in terms of x. Okay, and we will not anymore be completing the variables in terms of y. So we are given here y squared plus 10x plus 8y minus 4 is equal to 0. So what can we say about the equation? We will only be completing the square in terms of y. So we will gather all y to the left side and gather all x and constant to the right side. So doing that, we will be having y squared, okay, and then we have plus 8y is now equal to transfer 10x and transfer the constant to the other side. Therefore, it becomes, if that is positive 10x, that becomes negative 10x. If that is negative 4, that becomes plus 4. Okay, so we're now ready to complete the square in terms of y. Therefore, it becomes y squared plus 8y plus. What do we do here? What are we going to add? 8 divided by 2? 4. 4 squared is 16. Therefore, that is plus 16, which is now equal to negative 10x plus 4. And then, if we add 16 here, we also need to add 16 here. Okay, y squared plus 8y plus 16, it is now factorable. We could now factor out, so therefore, what will be the factor? Y squared, that is y, plus 8y, that becomes plus 16, square root of 16 is just 4. Quantity squared is now equal to, simplify the right side, that is minus 10x, 4 plus 16, therefore that is plus 20. Okay, so we'll now be having y plus 4 quantity squared is equal to. Okay, so what we're going to do is to factor out the coefficient of x. Again, we need to factor out the coefficient of x because we only need x without its coefficient. So what do? Factor out negative 10, and then what will be the factor? That becomes x. 20 divided by negative 10, that becomes negative 2. And this is now the standard form of the parabola having the general form y squared plus 10x plus 8y minus 4 is equal to 0. And this is the final answer. Okay, so if that is the final answer, therefore, we will now be able to identify the vertex. So, what is the location of the vertex? Remember that the location of the vertex is h, k. This is h and this is k. Do not be confused. X is partnered with k, with h, and y is partnered with k. Again, x is partnered with h, and y is partnered with k. Therefore, what is the location of the vertex? The location of the vertex is hk. Therefore, if this is negative 2, that becomes positive 2. If that is positive 4, that becomes negative 4. And that is the location of the vertex. Next, what is the opening of the parabola? Okay, this parabola, since we have y squared, we could say that if that is y squared, it could open to the left or to the right. But what is the sign of the right side? Negative. If that is negative, therefore the parabola is opening where? To the left. Therefore, it is opening to the left. I hope that it is clear. Okay, since this is negative, the parabola is opening to the left. So that is now the standard equation of the parabola from this general form. Okay, so let's now move on to the second example. We are given x squared plus 2x minus 8y plus 25 is equal to 0. Again, we have x squared. Therefore, we will be only completing x. Okay, this becomes x squared plus 2x, and then gather all y to the left side and gather all the constant to the right side. So, right side rather. Negative 8y, therefore, if that is negative 8y, it becomes positive 8y. If that is positive 25, that becomes negative 25. Completing the x variable, therefore, that becomes x squared plus 2x. So, what do we add here? So, we will be adding here 2 divided by 2, that is 1. 1 squared will result to 1 is equal to 8y minus 25 plus 1. Okay? Factor this out. Therefore, we'll now be having x plus 1 quantity squared is equal to 8y. Negative 25 plus 1 will give us an answer of negative 24. Again, so what I told you earlier is to factor out the coefficient of the variable. Therefore, that is 8. Factor out 8 and that becomes y. Negative 24 divided by 8, that becomes negative 3. And this is now the standard form of the general form of x squared plus 2x minus 8y plus 25. So, that is our answer. But, where is the location of the vertex that is located at hk? Again, x will be partnered with h and y will be partnered with k. Therefore, where is the location? This is positive 1. Therefore, that becomes negative 1. If that is negative 3, that becomes positive 3. And that is the location of the vertex. But, last one. Where is the opening of the parabola? Where does the parabola opens? So, it opens, since this is x squared, so we could say that it will open up or down. But what is the sign of the right side? It is positive. Therefore, it is opening upward. Okay, and for the last example, we are given 5x squared plus 30x plus 24y minus 51 is equal to 0. Okay, so what can we say about the equation? X squared now has a coefficient. Okay, just like in our past discussion regarding the circle with an equation having coefficient in x squared and y squared, all we have to do is to factor out that coefficient. Okay, so let's gather all x to the left side, and this becomes 5x squared plus 30x is equal to, gather all y's and the constant to the right side is equal to negative 24y plus 51. Okay, factor out the coefficient of x squared, therefore it becomes 5 times x squared plus 30x divided by 5 will give us an answer of 6x. Therefore, this is the form of the left side. How about for the right side? That is negative 24y plus 51. So what do we do now? We need to complete the square. So we will be completing the left side. So this becomes 5 times x squared plus 6x plus, we will be adding here. Okay, what do we add here? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. Therefore, this becomes 9. Is now equal to negative 24y plus 51 plus. Are we going to add 9 only? No. What do? We add here 9 and then multiply that by the factor, which is 5. Okay? Simplifying, we'll now be having 5 times x squared plus 6x plus 9. It is equal to x plus 3 quantity squared is now equal to negative 24y plus 51 plus 9 times 5. Therefore, this becomes 45. So what is 51 plus 45? So that is plus 96. So this is 5 times x plus 3 quantity squared is equal to, factor out the coefficient of the variable here, and that is negative 24 times y plus 96 divided by negative 24. So that is negative 4. Okay, since we have here a coefficient and we do not need that, what do? We divide both sides by 5. We divide both sides by 5. Therefore, cancel out 5, and this becomes x plus 3 quantity squared is now equal to, this is negative 24 over 5, that is negative 24 over 5, and then that is y minus 4. And this is now the standard form. Okay, so this is the standard form. But what is the vertex? That is located at hk. Therefore, the vertex now is, this is h, therefore that is negative 3, and this is k, which is positive 4. But since this is x squared, we know that it will open up or down. But since the right side is negative, so we will know that this is opening downward. Very good. That is opening downward. Okay, so that is how we transform the general to standard form of the parabola. Again, in transforming, all you have to do is to know the general and standard form. So, I guess this is all for the transformation of general to standard. Once again, I am Engineer JUDD Hernandez saying that mathematics is always fun. Goodbye and God bless.